Commodity content is killing your chances at making cash online. It's time to learn how to strip, angle, flip, and profit. And to do that, to do those four things, I've got 5 AI tools that I'm going to show you right here, plus a proprietary prompt framework that's going to change everything for you, starting with ChatGPT. This is commodity content. Not to say that you can't create problem solving, money making content with ChatGPT, but this is how most people start. Write a short, concise beginner's guide to building an email list for any niche. Make it 3 simple steps, starting with a simple traffic source to a lead magnet and the importance of the email follow up after a lead signs up to your email list. Make it an ebook with the title 3 Steps or 3-Step Email List Building Guide. That's going to be the title of the book. Commodity content is this 3-step email list guide, an introduction, step 1, step 2, step 3, a quick recap, and a final thought. Email isn't dead. It's your most powerful asset online. Start simple, stay consistent, build relationships. The list will grow. Not bad content. It's all true. There's actually some good parts and some good pieces in there, but it's still commodity content. The next AI tool that I want to show you is Koala Writer. Now, this is known for creating blog posts, but essentially all a blog post is content that, again, typically starts off as commodity content. So you come down here and you can pick different models, which is fine, but you're going to put in a target keyword, 3-step email list building guide. That's what you want your content to be about. And again, there's nothing wrong with creating a 3-step email list building guide. It can be good content. You can make money from creating content like this. I'm going to go ahead and select AI powered. I'm going to come down here and choose a few options like use the online editor. I'm going to include an FAQ section. I'm going to include some key takeaways, and I'm going to tell Koala to actually work to improve the readability. All functions of the AI tool to help you create better content, and there's nothing wrong with the content that Koala writes, but as you're going to see, it's still going to be commodity. I'm going to click create outline, and it's going to create an outline, but it's a commodity outline. Commodity, a product that anyone can create, and that anyone can create and charge a basic price for it if they can get someone to buy it. Introduction, why build an email list matters, or why building an email list matters. Overview of the 3-step email list building process. Step 1, create an irresistible lead magnet. Step 2, set up high converting landing pages and opt-in forms. Step 3, drive targeted traffic and promote your offer. Down here is going to be some frequently asked questions. These are good questions to know because they're actually questions that people are asking, because Koala pulled these straight from Google Answers. This is a fantastic tool to start creating content. But when you go ahead and you say write article, it's still going to be commodity content because you have yet to go to the next level, the next stage. Before we move to that next stage, I want to show you another tool, eBook Writer. Again, this is a different type of tool, but it's the same idea and the same concept. You want to create a ebook about the 3-step email list building process, or a guide that breaks email list building down into 3 steps. The context is to write a short, concise beginner guide to build an email list for any niche. Make it 3 simple steps. You probably remember this. This is the exact same prompt that we used, or the input that we gave to ChatGPT, that we gave to Koala, that we are now giving to eBook Writer. And then we come down here and we see the chapters it's going to create. Understanding the power of email list, generating traffic to your sign-up page, crafting the perfect lead magnet, create a welcoming sign-up experience, the importance of email follow-up, strategies for ongoing list growth, measure success, and making adjustments, your path to email success. 7 chapters and a nice little conclusion here that wraps up and shows you your path to email list success. Nothing wrong with this. Now, this is going to create an ebook, meaning it's actually going to build you a PDF. It's even going to create the cover, Email List Building Simplified. Nothing wrong with this, but again, doesn't that look like a commodity product? If you scroll down, you're going to see it's going to have a nice table of contents. It's going to break it into chapters, and it's going to be something that you could read, that you could actually learn from. But here is the thing. It is, again, commodity. It is commodity content, kind of like what you get when you purchase PLR. There's nothing wrong with the content. It's factually correct. Go back to Koala. Koala's writing a blog post here, or it wrote a blog post for you. Building an email list is essential for growing any business or brand today. It creates a direct way to reach people who are interested in what you offer. A simple, effective email list can be built by focusing on 3 key steps that anyone can follow. Then it's going to tell you how this guide can help you, and it's going to give you some key takeaways. There's nothing wrong with this content, but it is commodity content, and I'm going to show you how you can fix that with a proprietary framework that I have, and how it is able to strip and give you an angle and flip it into something completely new, or something that is not going to be a commodity, or something that is based on what you have actually tried and the process that you use to do this, in this case, to make a profit, if we're talking about using or building an email list, because the point of building an email list is to make money online. The next tool is Lead Creator. Here inside of Lead Creator, I've walked through the wizard, and essentially what I've done is, if we were to go back to the beginning, and I'll go ahead and select continue. If we were to go back to the beginning and click this edit button, I'll show you here, topic, write a concise beginner's guide to building an email list for any niche. Make it 3 simple steps, starting with a simple traffic source to a lead magnet, and the importance of the email follow-up after a lead signs up to your email list. Why am I using that? Because it's the same thing that I started with over in ChatGPT, because this input is exactly what I do every day to build my email list. It's based on the fact that I have a simple step-by-step 9-step roadmap to building an email list, which builds my profitable online business. This is my proprietary framework. There's nothing commodity. There's nothing commodity about this content, because this is what I do every day. It's mine. I drive traffic to an offer. I add people to an email list. It's my proven top strategy. Traffic to an offer, add people to an email list. There's 9 steps to ultimately build your email list, and that gets you to step number 9, which is to profit and scale your online business. Everything leads to that point, to profit. So we go back to where we started with ChatGPT. Write a short, concise beginner's guide to build an email list. And you can do this for any topic. I'm just staying focused on exactly what I do here on 30-Minute Marketing. And again, 3-step email list building guide. Step 1, pick a simple traffic source. Step 2, offer a lead magnet that solves a real problem. Step 3, follow up with value, not just pitches. The fortune is in the follow-up. You've heard all this before, but it's commodity content. Koala Writer wrote a great blog post or a piece of content that is factually correct. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this content. Ebook Writer created a series of chapters and wrote an ebook and even created a cover for you, but it's a commodity product. This is what you would get if you were to purchase PLR. Lead Creator, a great product. I use it all the time, but it is using AI, and what it's going to do when you get to the point down here that you move to next, and it starts to generate the suggested content, it's communicating with ChatGPT to generate epic content based on your input so far. Then it's going to give you a list or a series of headings that you need to pick, and then you can pick a main focus. So this tool is helping you focus where you actually want to focus your content. So if you want the focus, if you want the focus to be crafting a lead magnet that converts for creating your email list, then you would select that as the main focus. And then you can edit and you can add anything else you want here in to the suggested content. And then once you have exactly what you want, all you need to do is come down here and select next, and then select create lead magnet. It's going to do what happened over in ChatGPT. It's going to create information. None of the information is going to be wrong, or typically there's nothing wrong with it. It's not incorrect, but just like Koala Writer, just like ebook writer that created this PDF, again, with a nice cover and actually formatted the book really well, or the content, a PDF that you give away. You could use this as a lead magnet. You could even sell this. And Lead Creator is going to do the exact same thing. Your content is getting the final polish. What you can do, or what you should do, is you should build on that content. Take the commodity content, and this is my Prompt PsyOps strip and flip PLR framework, because PLR at its core is good content, but it's commodity content because it's sold to everyone that wants to buy a license of the content. And it's good, solid content, formatted well, structured well, framed well, with step-by-step information that you can then take and follow something like the strip and flip framework from Prompt PsyOps. So what does it mean, and what is strip and flip? It's a 5-step framework. You strip the surface, extract the core message or the big idea from the PLR, or the commodity content that you created with these other tools, these other 5 tools that I've just showed you, or the 4 tools that I've showed you. And then the 5th tool we're going to use to actually strip the surface, find the angle, flip the framework, and then personalize. Personalize is where you move to profit. Just like what I was saying a minute ago, profit comes from personalizing, building a proprietary framework, a system, a strategy. My proven top strategy: traffic to an offer, add people to an email list, following my 9-step roadmap to build a profitable online business by building your email list. 3 foundational phases, 9 steps. We go back and we look at this, and all we need to do is take this Prompt PsyOps strip and flip PLR framework. There's a link in the description. It'll take you over to the sales page for my Prompt PsyOps workshop, where you can actually get access to the Prompt PsyOps strip and flip framework right here. I also have a video that walks through it. But what I want to do now is take the Prompt PsyOps strip and flip framework, use one other tool, and take a piece of content, the PDF, and I want to strip and flip the attached please. I'll help you apply the strip and flip framework to transform this PLR email list building guide into original strategic content. Let me work through each step, and I'm going to click on the document, and you're going to see exactly what Claude, and this is Claude AI, what it actually did using the strip and flip framework. It created this scale method from 0 subscribers to profit engine. A strip and flip transformation of generic PLR into a branded system. Step 1, strip the surface. Step 2, find the angle. Step 3, flip the framework. It actually created the scale method. No longer commodity, it's a brandable method. Step 4, you're going to personalize it. It's going to create a contrarian hook. It's going to agitate the problem. It's going to build a solution bridge, which is the scale method. And then it's going to use an emotional shift, taking people from hoping that someone notices you in their feed to having qualified prospects asking you how they can work together. And then you're going to stack and scale, create a lead magnet, build an email sequence. Also, you're going to see exactly how to start driving traffic. It even shows you how you could create your own workshop or webinar. There's also some bonus literary tools or copy tools and literary frameworks that it will apply here. And then the transformation is complete. Before, you had generic PLR about email list building. Now you have the scale method, a branded system for service providers to build client generating email lists. It's going to talk a little bit down here about the key differences, the things that are going to set you apart. It's going to make you non-commodity. Then you can close this again, and you can come back and you can see Claude has successfully applied the strip and flip framework. What just happened? It stripped all the generic email list building fluff, academic tone, and one-size-fits-all approach, and it flipped it into a specific methodology for coaches and consultants, in this case, who want predictable client acquisition instead of social media chaos. The strategic difference: instead of teaching how to build an email list, this now teaches how to build a client pipeline. It has flipped it. It has given you a different angle. Now, what if you were to take this and say, okay, let's add this information here because it's good information. Let's add Let's add some more information from other sources and update the strip and flip. And I'm going to paste in, I pasted in what we got from ChatGPT right there. Then I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to continue. I'm going to go to Koala Writer. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to go back to Claude. I'm going to paste that in. It's going to paste in that information right there. We could continue. I could go over to Lead Creator. Lead Creator has finished writing its 3-step to build your email list without the overwhelm. Start with a simple traffic source, crafting a lead magnet that converts, the sign up process, keep it seamless, mastering the art of email follow-ups, and some common mistakes and myths to avoid. So again, we can copy all that, take it back to Claude, and then we'll paste that in there as well. Now we have 2 additional resources plus the information that we got from ChatGPT, plus what we started with, the PDF that we created. So now we're using all 5 of these tools and the one proprietary strip and flip framework for my Prompt PsyOps framework. And again, you can get that in my Prompt PsyOps workshop. Or you can build all this yourself just by understanding you need to strip the content that you have. The commodity content has to be stripped. You have to find a new angle. You have to flip it into a new proprietary framework of your own. And then you take that and you profit from that personalization. All right. So one last thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and upload a file. And that file is going to be my affiliating topic, traffic step number 1. And I'm going to open that, or I'm going to click open. That's going to upload that. And what essentially that's going to be is that's going to be this image right here. And again, it's my proprietary information and I'm personalizing using Claude AI by adding all the information, all the commodity information, plus my own proprietary framework. And then I'm going to, again, say, let's add some more information from other sources and update this strip and flip. And I'm going to press go on Claude. And now we are taking this, we're stripping it down, coming up with a new angle. We're going to flip it again, and we're going to have some actual content. And you can see here, perfect. I can see you've got multiple PLR sources. And the reason it says that is because we're taking these sources, these commodity sources, and we're treating them just like we would if we bought PLR. And now we're just using the AI to generate this same type of content. But when you purchase PLR content, you do get the experience from the person or the vendor that wrote it, or the people that are backing that PLR, depending on who they are and depending on how quality or good the PLR is. This is part of when you purchase or if you buy anything from someone who writes for you. If you were to hire a writer or if you were to buy a PLR, you're going to have to make sure that the content is good. So then what happens is you take that back and you can see now it is going through the process and it has put all of the PLR sources into the Rapid method, a complete revenue-focused email marketing system that's light years beyond list building. What just happened? Stripped all the generic how-to build list fluff from multiple sources. We flipped it into a profit system that focuses on revenue, not vanity metrics. And we have weaponized the 3 separate PLR pieces into one cohesive business model. The strategic revolution. Instead of teaching how to get more subscribers, this now teaches how to build a 10K per month revenue engine, completely different positioning that commands premium prices. Some key power moves, the profit potential, and the bottom line is you've just turned commodity PLR or commodity content that you generated with the other AI tools into premium intellectual property that positions you as the authority in profit-driven email marketing. So we scroll back up and we click here, and now we actually see that we have a completely new method, the Rapid method, from 0 subscribers to 10K months. And you can see here, step 1, strip, step 2, find the angle, step 3, flip the framework, personalize with PsyOps, step 5, stack and scale. This is where you actually start creating the content and also driving traffic. And then you come down here and you can see the complete transformation. Before you had generic PLR or commodity content about basic email list building. Now you have the Rapid method. You can come back here or you can close this and you could say, okay, outline the Rapid method so we can write a report on this to get started. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take all the information from the 5 tools that I showed you, the Prompt PsyOps PLR strip and flip, and you're going to use Claude, the fifth tool in this video, to actually start creating an executive summary, a hook. 97% of all email lists are digital graveyards, generating $0 per month. Transform your email list into a predictable 10K a month revenue engine. Systematic approach to email-driven profit, not just subscribers, based on analysis of 500 plus profitable email systems. Of course, some of this stuff, right, if it's not true or you haven't done it, and then you can't say it, but the idea and the concept here is it's building something, or it's building a framework for you to build upon and say, hey, I think this is something that I could do. I think that I can take the rapid revolution and turn it into something. Chapter 1 is R, revenue first lead magnets. Chapter 2 is A, automated high converting capture systems. Chapter 3, 4P is profit driven follow-up sequences. And chapter 4 is I, income generating subscriber nurturing. Chapter 5, data optimize revenue scaling, looking at the metrics that actually matter, creating a revenue dashboard, scaling strategies. Here's an implementation guide, your 90-day rapid transformation. All this information here, and it's talking about different case studies. Of course, it made these case studies up, but this gives you an idea of the type of content, the place that you need to go to, the place that you need to move towards to get away from commodity content, to start creating case studies, like the videos that I make here on the channel, where I show you how I made X amount of dollars doing a certain strategy or implementing something exactly like what I showed you here when I come and I talk about my affiliating 9-step roadmap to build a profitable online business, because you need traffic to an offer. You need to add people to an email list, starting by picking a topic and some tools, some tech, and some time, like the 5 AI tools and the AI technology and the time that you need to take to actually learn how to implement them and create commodity content, because that's the starting point. But then the focus has to be moving away from that commodity content and looking at different frameworks, or just creating your own process for feeding information into the AI to make sure that the focus is doing exactly what you saw in this video, stripping it down to what exactly the problem is and what the transformation is going to be, coming up with an angle or a hook, and then flipping that into your own proprietary framework or strategy. And then that's where the profit comes from. And at this point, if you want to see more about how to make money online, go ahead and watch this video right here.